Hi Sam. Today, we're going to learn the word
Kapitel.
Hi Alex. That sounds interesting. What does it mean?
Kapitel.
means chapter in English. It's commonly used when talking about books or documents. Sometimes it can also refer to sections of other things, like reports. Just be careful because it might confuse you with the English word capital, which refers to a government building.
Good to know. How do we use
Kapitel?
in German?
Great question.
Kapitel.
Is a neuter noun, so it uses the article.
Das.
The plural form is.
Die Kapitel.
In the present tense, you might say,
Ich lese das Kapitel.
which means I read the chapter. In the past tense, you could say,
Ich las das Kapitel.
for the preteritum and imperfect, you would say,
Ich habe das Kapitel gelesen.
You can also use the imperative.
Lies das Kapitel.
That sounds pretty straightforward.
It is. The word
Kapitel.
comes from the Latin,
Capitulum.
which means little head. Interestingly, in the Middle Ages, chapters were often used to divide texts into manageable sections. It's fascinating how this concept of division evolved into what we use today.
That is fascinating. So, what's the structure of the word?
Kapitel.
The word
Kapitel.
cannot be split into smaller parts since it's derived from Latin directly. However, you can think of it like a building block. Each chapter is a piece that contributes to the whole story or document.
Got it. Are there similar words in German?
Absolutely. Let's look at some similar words. First, there are words with the same prefix.
Kap.
For example,
Kapazität.
which means capacity, and
Kapital.
meaning capital in a financial sense. Then, we have suffixes like
Vampir.
leading to,
Vampirismus.
meaning vampirism.
Wow, that's a lot of connections.
Yes. And if we look at compounds, consider
Kapitelübersicht.
which means chapter overview, where
Übersicht.
means overview. Another is
Kapitelanfang.
meaning chapter beginning.
That really helps. Can you give me some examples of when I might use
Kapitel?
Definitely. Imagine you're discussing a book with a friend. You might say,
Das erste Kapitel ist spannend.
Meaning the first chapter is exciting. In a meeting, you could say,
Lass uns das Kapitel 2 durchgehen.
which translates to let's go through chapter 2. Lastly, while studying, you could say,
Ich muss das letzte Kapitel wiederholen.
meaning I need to review the last chapter.
Let me try.
Das erste Kapitel ist langweilig.
Almost perfect. You said boring, but remember, it's
Spannend.
for exciting.
Got it. Any tips for remembering the gender of
Kapitel.
Sure. Since
Kapitel.
is neuter, you can remember that many nouns ending in are often neuter. Picture a book with a big hat on it, like a cap that's your.
Kapitel.
That's a fun image. What about how to use it in different contexts?
Good point.
Kapitel.
Can be used in both formal and informal settings. Typical collocations are
Ein Kapitel schreiben.
meaning to write a chapter,
Das Kapitel beenden.
meaning to finish the chapter, and
Zum Kapitel zurückkehren.
which means to return to the chapter. Just remember not to mix it up with
Kapital.
I'll be careful with that. Can you give me some example sentences?
of course. Here are a few.
Ich habe das Kapitel gestern gelesen.
Which means I read the chapter yesterday. Also,
In diesem Kapitel lernst du viel.
translating to in this chapter, you learn a lot. Another one is
Hat das Kapitel schnell durchgelesen.
meaning he read the chapter quickly. And finally,
Kapitel 3 beginnt mit einer interessanten Frage.
which means chapter 3 starts with an interesting question.
Those are really helpful examples.
Glad to hear that. Now, let's do a quick recall check. What gender is?
Kapitel.
It's neuter.
Correct. What does
Kapitel.
mean in English?
It means chapter.
Right. Can you give me the plural form?
It's
Die Kapitel.
Nice job. Can you use it in a sentence in the past tense?
Ich las das Kapitel.
Perfect. Last question, what's a similar word we discussed?
Kapital.
You did great, Sam. To summarize, we learned that
Kapitel.
means chapter, it's neuter, and we explored its origins and uses. I encourage you to practice using it in your conversations.
Thanks, Alex. I feel more confident with this word now.